I don't know, like, trying to think of an intro. Hey everyone. So for today's video, I've moved you into my living room where it's a little bit more comfortable and a bit more relaxed so that I can film a things I'm loving video and some things that I might not be. I want to create a series throughout the year where at the end of each month I go through some of the makeup items, some of the skincare, and obviously some of the wigs that I have been loving and wearing, to share my thoughts with you all, as well as, you know, perhaps some tips on how to use them, how to wear them, and things that I've learned as I've worn them. And also hear back from you whether you have used these products or are thinking of using them too. So I've started this series on my Instagram page. It is a weekly things I'm loving hashtag, and I just post some of the things that I enjoy wearing or using every Sunday on my profile. So if you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Kim. If you are returning, then welcome back and thanks for coming back. And I would really appreciate if you consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. So go grab your coffee because this is likely to be a little bit of a long video. I will try and keep it as short as possible, and please feel free to make any recommendations once you've watched it down below in the comment section. So I've made my coffee, I have all my things next to me, and I will get started on makeup. So the first makeup item that I've been loving this month is the Natasha Denona Mini Gold Palette. So I posted about this, I think maybe about a week and a half ago on my IG page about the things I love. I think it was the third week of January. And yeah, I love it. And I can't believe I didn't purchase this earlier. So this is actually the eyeshadow that I'm wearing on my eyes right now. And I've posted a few photos about it too. So it's a little itty bitty palette, and it's mainly green and gold tones. It has a dark brown with some gold flecks, and it has a nude transition shade. But yeah, these pack a punch. They might be tiny, like almost a little bit bigger than my finger, and I have small fingers, but yeah, they're fantastic. They are very pigmented. The shimmer shades go on like a foil. If you have textured eyelids like I do, these don't enhance the texture of your skin. So yeah, they look really great on, and I will come close to the camera so you can see what they look like close. Yeah, and I find that they're so pigmented. Although there's only five shades, I actually think you could do multiple looks. You could do a brown base look, you could do a gold look, you could do a green look, which would look really, really nice, or you could do like a really smoky green look too. So yeah, there are some looks that you could achieve using this. So if you have green eyes or brown eyes, I think the green shades will really enhance your eye color. I purchased this from Sephora Australia. I think it was on the Boxing Day sale, so it was 20% off. And yes, it's quite an affordable little palette. The quality of them are just unbeatable. They're probably one of the better formulas I have ever tried, and they are quite long lasting if you do wear an eyeshadow base. So the next item is actually what I use to apply them. So I was looking for some eyeshadow brushes probably towards the end of last year. There was someone on YouTube who I saw using these brushes from Royal and Langnickel, and I reached out to her and asked what were those brushes. She was using them with Pat McGrath, and I have recently purchased a few Pat McGrath palettes, and she kindly told me what they were, so I bought two sets. So these are the Royal and Langnickel brush sets. I think the range is called Moda, M-O-D-A, or Moda Pro. So hopefully that is focusing. But yes, I purchased two brush sets. One is the Bold Eye kit, and one is the, I think it is the Definer kit, or the Detail kit. So it's essentially some finer detail brushwork that you can achieve with these. So these brushes, they have a really lightweight, they have a metal rubberized texture down the bottom, and then the ferrule is black metal. These come in different shades, different colors. I find they work really, really well with matte eyeshadows. Some, like this more dense smudger brush, I find works well with shimmers too, especially down on the waterline, and they do pick up these Natasha Denona shimmers really, really well. So if I had to pick two brushes out of these, my favorite would be the crease brush. It's amazing. I think the whole set is worth it just because of this brush. It is amazing, and the smoky eye brush. So these two brushes are probably my favorite. Whoops. And probably the smudge brush as well. So I think these all came in the Bold Eye kit. So probably of the two kits that I purchased, this is the one that I would recommend, and they're really affordable too. And I'll check in again to tell you how they perform after I wash them, because I used them today. I've used them a few times before. They work well, but I haven't really washed them. So I'll let you know how they keep working afterwards. The last makeup item that I've been loving this month is actually the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. So again, I posted about this earlier this month on my IG page, and I have been using it pretty much on and off in parallel or in conjunction with my Maybelline Age Rewind. So I was looking for something that is a little bit more full coverage, and I heard that this was comparable to Tarte Shape Tape. So I've never used Tarte Shape Tape because apparently it's not appropriate for people who have maybe a bit more drier under eyes. So something about me, before I move on, is I have dry, dehydrated combo skin. Under my eyes, I do have fine lines, I do have some texture, I do get creping around the tear troughs in my eye area, and I cannot use very heavy powders to set my eyes. So in saying that, I really do enjoy this. So I would not use this, and I would not recommend using this with a brush for application. I have a little beauty sponge that I use to press this into the skin. I find that it distributes the product a little bit more evenly, and it doesn't gather in my fine lines. So I have been loving this. I'll continue to use it. The only thing I do not like about this, I actually despise it, is the way it smells. It kind of smells like paint thinner. Yeah, it's not a fun product to have near your nose. The smell does go away after a little while, but when you're applying it and you open this thing up, it does smell. Oh, and the doe foot is pretty huge. So I actually used this to spot conceal all of my face today. I didn't use a foundation because I just couldn't be bothered, and it's actually a little bit too hot. So it applied really well, surprisingly, to the majority of my face and the perimeter of my face. I didn't find it overly drying because as I mentioned, I do have a lot of dry skin. So I just used this beauty sponge all over my face, even though this is a under eye one. And yeah, it applied really, really well, and the powder went over it quite nicely too. So it did get rid of some of my redness on my, my scalp and my forehead. So the wigs that I have been enjoying this month quite a lot, and I've been wearing quite frequently, is the one that I have on, and that is Editor's Pick by Raquel Welch. This is in the new shade Ice Latte Macchiato. If you haven't seen my review, I will place it up in the corner or down in the description bar. And that was after probably about a week's worth of wear, or about 10 days. So I've been wearing this pretty much every other day when I go into work. I've worn it on weekends, and I have washed it once. So it is wearing extremely well. Even though it is a heat friendly fiber, it is still performing quite well. It hasn't frizzed up at the ends, and I think that has to do with the length and how it sits above the shoulders. If it was a little bit longer, like my Belle Tress Columbia wig, which falls a little bit lower, I think it might have frizzed up a little bit more. I've heard that Raquel Welch fibers actually do frizz up quite a lot, and they become unmanageable. So far I haven't experienced that, and I am enjoying Editor's Pick more than I actually thought that I would. As I mentioned in my original video, I was a little bit hesitant because of the amount of permatease that's in the wig. So yeah, I quite enjoy it. I feel like I can tuck it behind the ear and, you know, it looks fine. Or if I want, I can just give it a bit of a scrunch and give it a little bit more volume. It's not as big as I thought it would be, and yeah, I'm getting quite a bit of wear out of it. So hopefully I will continue to enjoy wearing it, and we'll give you guys an update on this very soon again. Now, another wig that's probably not a surprise to anyone that has been watching my channel or that follows me on Instagram is this little pink beauty that I have on, and that is my Jon Renau Carrie human hair wig. This is the wig that I customized, I think it was just before Christmas or just after Christmas. I had used L'Oreal Colorista one afternoon at home. I was a little bit bored and yes, decided to dye this pink. I wasn't getting enough wear out of Carrie. I've had Carrie for over a year now, maybe 1.5 years, and I've just stopped wearing her. I think maybe because she does get a little bit frizzy. She needs constant cutting. Shade is 12 FS8 and I had to keep toning it because it is quite brassy and I'm not into those brassy shades. So yeah, I just wanted something to revive the wig. I had taken out my toner, taken out the Colorista and was weighing the pros and cons of both. Now that I've actually toned it pink, I think I'm getting so much more wear out of this wig than I would have if it was still blonde. So this is my most worn wig in January. Since I've styled it, I've not done anything to it. I may have added a few more waves in the front, only because these drop quite quickly because I keep playing with them. But yeah, I've actually been getting so much more wear out of this wig than any other wig that I own at the moment. I mean, even the Raquel Welch Editor's Pick, it's probably come second this month, together with some of the other wigs that I keep in rotation. But yeah, this one has been fantastic. Even though I was not getting much wear out of Carrie to begin with, I think that now, I don't know, I feel like I'm just gonna keep her in rotation until the color fades a little bit. She's due for a wash, so depends how it fades and how quickly I can buy another hair dye. And yeah, I will keep giving you guys a bit of an update on how Carrie wears. But I think my overall opinion of the hair quality and, you know, how it needs styling, how it needs continuous conditioning, that's still going to stay the same because, as I mentioned, I've had her for such a long time. The different color is not really going to make too much of a difference. But I really do think that Carrie's a really great starter wig for someone who wants to try out human hair without breaking the bank. And yeah, because human hair wigs are quite pricey, and I think this is a good entry level price point and hair quality if you do want to try something out. So in addition to wigs, I wanted to share some of the hair related items that I'm also loving. And one of them is actually a hair moisturizing mask that I do use on Carrie and I use on all of my human hair wigs. So this is from the company called Macadamia Professional. There you go. It is a nourishing moisture mask. It's for medium coarse hair types. It reconstructs, revitalizes and repairs. So this is free of parabens, sulfates and gluten and is cruelty free. I was recommended this product by, I guess, a hairdresser or a colorist when I first started wearing my wigs, and I have been using it ever since. This is probably my third little tub in 2.5 years. After I shampoo and condition my wigs, or my human hair wigs, I'll essentially coat all of the hair with this as you would a treatment mask for your regular bio hair if you still have bio hair, and I will leave it on. Sometimes I'll forget it for half a day or for a day, which is fine, but I avoid the roots because apparently it's no good to use conditioning treatments near the roots of your wigs. Yes, I rinse it out and the hair is a beautiful smooth texture, and it kind of makes it more knot free when you wear it. Even human hair wigs get the dreaded knotting at the nape, but this does help give a bit of slip to the hair so that it doesn't dry and knot up as much as it usually would without it, like similar to your synthetic wigs. So yeah, I highly recommend this product, and I just thought I would share it with you guys in my first video because I think adding an additional layer of moisture and protection to your wigs is probably what will keep them in the same condition that you bought them for a very long time. So yep, I recommend this one. The last hair related item that I wanted to talk about is actually this hanging wig stand. So it's not the actual wig stand that I wanted to talk to you about, even though I do use them all the time when I'm washing my wigs or hanging them to dry. It's actually the little hairnet hack that I saw from somebody on one of the Facebook groups, and I'm so sorry, I do not recall who it was. I have a very bad memory. So the hack is to use an old stocking cap or hairnet or even a pair of stockings and cover the wig stand. So this can also be used on all the standing wig stands, and I have applied one of these to every single one of them. So why I like this is because this little ring keeps flipping off. It has all of these little sharp jagged bits which snags on the wefting on most of my wigs. So when I cover it with the stocking cap, I find that the wig actually sits much easier on the wig stand. I know it seems so basic and it seems so easy, but I thought I would yeah, just show you guys, because this little thing drove me nuts for maybe 2 years. So I found this wig hack in just before Christmas, and I have been reusing all of my old stocking caps on these things. So this is the wig, this is all you need to do, and it's that simple. And it doesn't snag, it doesn't grab onto the lace in the front. It's really, really simple. Thank you for whoever told me about this hack, because I love it, and it's a no-brainer really. But yeah, it's a great hack, and I have been using all of my old stocking caps with these little stands. So the last product that I've been loving in the month of January is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Eye Roll-On. So this is an under eye gel that hydrates under the eyes, makes your skin a little bit more supple, a bit more soft, and so on and so forth. And it has a little roller ball which is for the application, and it cools under the eyes. I don't really use that little roller ball. I actually squeeze it out and apply it with my fingers. I have seen pretty immediate hydration results. I haven't seen any change in any of my fine lines or anything like that. I mean, I have some crow's feet here on the end, but again, they're fine lines. I don't find this to be a brightening cream. All I do find is that it adds a layer of hydration, because it does contain hyaluronic acid. If you are like me and you have dry to dehydrated skin, then this is pretty good. You see immediate results. You do feel that your under eyes are hydrated. I do use this underneath concealer as kind of like a priming base, and it hasn't affected the performance of my concealer at all. It hasn't bunched up or anything like that. For a drugstore find, I think I bought this for 10 Australian dollars. This is really good. It does what it claims, and I think it's a great little product. I'll continue using it. What I have noticed though, and I don't know whether it's from this or the next products that I do not like, is I'm getting some little pimples on the side of my cheeks. So I have started fresh, washed all my brushes. I'm using this, I'm using my standard skincare, and I've stopped using the next product. So hopefully it's not this causing this little tiny breakout just on this side here. They're like little whitehead pimples. Hopefully it's not. I will keep an eye on that, and we'll let you guys know in the next couple of videos if I'm still loving this or not. Now, the only product in this video that I'm not loving, and I have stopped using pretty much after maybe 5 applications, is this product called Dermabright. So it's a moisturizing cream with sunscreen. It has SPF 35. So the reason why I purchased this in the first place was because it claims to lighten sunspots. So it is a whitener. As I mentioned, I've been using this, I used this for about a week, and it clogged my pores. I had a breakout under my chin. I was extremely oily, and I don't have oily skin, and I did get these weird little bumps just on the tops of my cheekbones. So I don't know if it is this product, but I have stopped using it and I'm gonna throw it out. Let me show you the consistency of this, because I should have probably not used this at all. So it does have a pretty thick consistency. It's very almost gel-like. Like it's pretty gross. It's like a salve. It does smell like it's highly perfumed. Yeah, no, this product was not great. It did not do any of the things it was supposed to do, and it did clog up my pores, as I mentioned, in like 5 days, and I got pimples and stuff like that. And I never get pimples, so it was really gross, and I do not recommend this product. If you've ever heard of it, don't use it. It will probably cause your skin to break out, and yeah, it's not great. So I've just gone back to my regular moisturizer, and I will try and investigate other products that I can use for my sunspots. So if you are using anything for your sunspots and you're having success at lightening them, please let me know down below, because I would be very interested in trying that product out. So that's it for today, and my first things I'm loving and not video for the year. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you have any questions about some of the products that I've been using and loving, then please let me know down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I'll give updates on all of the products that I've been using or loving in some of my next videos to let you know whether I'm still loving them or not, and how they're performing, and whether I'm not loving them anymore, essentially. So yes, thanks for watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all very, very soon.